Burley Beach in winter. So dogs are not allowed, so I won't record on the beach. I actually came here to record on the beach. I'm sure I can find a spot, a bench or something along the esplanade somewhere. My dog's won out. Okay, I think we can probably set up here. There is the children's park there, but I'll have the camera focused on myself. This'll do. Okay, this is all very nice. A little bit sunny. I can't actually see the screen of the camera very well. Say hello, Hugo. This is Hugo. Okay, in a previous video I mentioned in passing that religions of all faiths seem to be misogynist. I mentioned how most Islamic sinners are women. The women and girls who get raped in places like Pakistan and Afghanistan. They are then flogged because they had sex with a man out of wedlock. Never mind that the man was belting the life out of her and holding her down as he forced himself inside her. That female is a sinner and must be flogged. I remember only about 2 years ago a case in Pakistan where a man raped a mentally handicapped girl, and it wasn't discovered until she was obviously pregnant. Under questioning, she tearfully told the police that a man in her village had raped her, and she identified the bloke. The village elders sentenced her to be flogged, and she was tied to a bench and flogged until she miscarried. That's religion for you. Some adulterers are stoned to death. Women, men rarely are. But misogyny is not just Islamic. Christian churches are arguing... Oops, my dogs are going. Christian churches are arguing to this day about allowing women to become ministers. The Pope, the ex-Cardinal Ratzinger, is a right-wing conservative, and his past actions show he won't tolerate liberalism in the Roman Catholic Church. He's also shown a disdain for the female gender. So when some nuns in America started becoming vocal in their liberal beliefs, he acted immediately. These terrible American women made the mistake of asking the Pope to show some understanding to women in poverty or rape victims who wanted an abortion. Those nuns were defying Catholic doctrine, Vatican investigators said. Radical feminist themes, wanting an abortion for rape victims. They also contradicted church teaching on homosexuality and the no women allowed priesthood, said the investigators from the Vatican. Those nuns were reprimanded for making public statements that disagree with or challenge the bishops, who are the church's authentic teachers of faith and morals. The bishops, of course, are all men. In Judaism, an element in Israel advocates the exclusion of women from all forms of public life. There's been rioting by hardline Jewish sects that included throwing stones at female police officers, threatening of a female news photographer, and perhaps more disturbingly than anything else was the harassment of a 7-year-old girl on the street who was in school uniform. She was harassed for not being dressed modestly enough. She was 7 years old. Jesus Christ himself rarely addressed women by name. He even called his own mother, the Virgin herself, woman. He would address her as woman. It's there in the Bible. Dishonoring his own mother? But then what would you expect from a man who was born to a virgin from an immaculate conception? I've mentioned in a previous clip how churches and religions are as low down and as base as anyone else in their lust for power. It's tempting to view religions simply as misogynist, but at its heart, it's a grab for power. Misogyny is one tool for securing that power. Ambitions for power know no boundaries. History has taught us that when the rights of women are trodden on, other parts of the population should start to get concerned for their own rights. Look at those places where women are the most downtrodden, and you'll see very few others have too many rights either. It's not just a crime against women to deny women equality. Any country or group who suppresses 50% of the population, that's 50% of the brains, 50% of the talent at their disposal, well, they're displaying stupidity of the highest order. Perhaps we can't do much about Iran or Pakistan or Afghanistan, but we can and should highlight the suppression of women in our Western cultures, particularly in Western religions, because there we can have a say, if only on Facebook, if only by writing letters to a newspaper. So let's do something about it.